Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. This vlog actually was meant to come out a while ago, but you know me, got caught up in work, lots of corporate work, so I'm not really doing a lot of personal projects at the moment. I went out and I had a photo shoot with two models that I found online actually for a brand called Shader Grey. Shader Grey is owned by a buddy of mine named Biz, and he said he wanted to have a pop-up in Joburg. So I was like, hey, I know some people which stores and maybe we could get some sponsors. Let's see how it can go. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. All of a sudden, Biz was like making logistics to come to SA and stuff. And I was like, oh, I guess we're really doing this. He sent me some shirts and those are what I used to shoot with the models. It was a really low budget operation because it was on such a whim, and it's a really small brand. Like, it's really small. What we decided to do was, well, what I proposed was that like I shoot with the merch and then I give the models some merch, because that's the least I could do. So what I did was I put up a story on my Instagram, said, hey, I'm looking for anyone who's willing to model, and a lot of people like came through, you know, and I appreciate that. And I also told them that it wasn't a paid opportunity. I would give them photos at the end of it. I didn't mention the merch just because it's not payment, you know what I mean? It was more of a thank you, but not payment, if that makes sense. So that's really what we did. But please enjoy the shoot. Thanks. So before the shoot actually had begun, we got to use a store called Flux Human Archive. I think you guys have heard me speak about them before, and they were cool enough to let us use their store as a changing room. My models were Cheeky and Lilo. I will add their links in the description. And here you can just see me shooting on my Sony camera with my 70 to 200mm lens. My models were just amazing. They literally knew exactly what they were doing, and I appreciated that. I find that the less instruction you give on a photo shoot, I think the more organic and natural it becomes. You know, I mean, of course you can add your little adjustments here and there, but just watching Lilo and Cheeky interact in such an organic way just made it that much more fun to photograph. So we got to a point where we actually found this G-Wagon that's behind the girls, and it was just randomly parked, and we decided to shoot some photos with the car. I also shot some video footage, but we didn't use that, and I'm just going to add it to the bank of content that we have. However, here is some of that.
Call me on Christmas Eve, bitch, call your dad. Bitch, call your uncle. Bitch, don't call me. Always in my ear, your whole fleet. Why my ops be posting guns and only use they feet? Hey, like an athlete, I got.
Slow the gang shit, hey, murder gang shit, hey, slow the gang shit, hey, murder gang shit, hey, slow the gang shit, hey, murder gang shit, here we go.
No, we walk around the world, stepping out, giving a damn by where our feet land at.
I also placed Cheeky and Lilo in the middle of the road on this yellow circle, and they were so down to shoot some photos there, so I appreciate that they were good sports about it. And afterwards, we actually went for ice cream